Half-Bloods, welcome to our short episode of the week. And I told you we weren't going to do plot holes anymore. And I told you that we were going to start going through some random HarryPotter.com essays that are just hidden throughout the website. But, William, an old plot hole came to my attention. No one brought this to me as we did all the plot holes. But I've seen so many videos on this, and it's really just making fun of Harry Potter. Less of like, again, no one brought it to me as a plot hole during this saga of plot holes. The question is, William, why did Harry have to compete in the Triwizard Tournament? What is this binding magical contract? And this is really just more an explanation and less a plot hole, but I'll just, again, because usually I read a plot hole of like from someone who's a skeptic, and I feel like the plot hole that I get is just...
Yeah, I want to know, like, what's their argument that this is a plot hole? Like, they're just asking.
Here's the couple of options. Like, one is like, Harry was underage, so that should negate this binding magical contract in the first place.
Okay, but literally everyone who's ever done the Triwizard Tournament before this year was mostly underage. So
yes,
next.
The answer is the age line. Like, the Goblet of Fire does not give a crap what your age is. You came out. That is all that matters. The second thing is like, okay, well, then what happens if he doesn't do it? And we can skip that and go to, okay, well, what if he, walked out to the dragon and then walked off? What if he walked into the lake, took a couple laps, and then came out? What if he walked into the hedge and put up red sparks and just got taken out immediately? Like, couldn't we have done some sort of, oh, I am doing the tournament, but actually I'm just here so I don't get fined, like something like that.
Seriously, I don't get fined. No. A short answer is no. I don't. I think there's like a deeper magic at play here where like intent matters. And like, I'm sure like it's not like he would have dropped dead if he didn't try like 110% at all moments of all time. But there's just like, first of all, it's kind of implied that like the binding magical contract you've got to compete is like, yeah, you would die. Like, that's kind of the implication. It's not explicitly said, but like that's kind of the implication that you kind of read into.
Right. And after the sixth book, we get the Unbreakable Vow. That was what everyone was saying online. It's like, it is an unbreakable vow with a one-way unbreakable vow. That was basically what, again, that's an assumption, but that is what.
And also, it kind of like tracks with the way the wizard world works. Like, things are drastic and like, serious. Like, things are weird like that. That it tracks with the way the wizard world works.
And it's not just Harry, right?
I think his intent would have been read by the Goblet of Fire. It's not that he has to give like 100% effort at all times, but like I don't think you can escape. Like, I don't think you could game it. Like, this isn't like, what was Dean Smith famous for just dribbling the ball out because there was no shot clock?
Four corners. Like, yes. You have a great half, and then start of the third quarter, you play four corners.
You can't do the four corners. You can't be the four corners offense here. Like, you can't just like run the ball to milk the clock. Like, you got to pass. That's the rules.
So you said he probably doesn't just die, but then what does happen? Like,
well, I think there's probably some kind of invisible threshold. Like, you have to compete. Like, you have to try, right? Like, you do have to try. Like, maybe he's inept or stinks or whatever, but like, he has to at least like be a participant in it. At some level, right? And then at some level, the other implication is that like by not trying, it's like more dangerous because you're standing in front of a dragon, right? So like, if you authentically just crap your pants because you're standing in front of a dragon, like I would if I stood in front of a dragon, then I think that's authentic and be like, hey, look, he tried. He just literally pooped his pants because he was terrified of that thing, right? And like, that was your effort. That would be my 100% effort if I was there. But I think the implication is you're dead, but I don't see this. I don't think this is a plot hole at all.
Where I see this the most is like Harry Potter if Professor McGonagall was Headmaster, and it's like in the fourth one, it's like it goes through each book. It's like in the first one, she's like, she realizes Quirrell is Voldemort and kicks him out, a long time ago. In the second one, it's like she shuts down the school and everyone goes home. In the third one, they shut down the school and everyone goes home. In the fourth one, Harry is underage and he's not allowed to compete in the tournament. And those were like joke ones.
He would drop dead, I'm pretty sure, if they wouldn't let him compete.
Which is what Moody says to Karkaroff, right? Where he's just like, yeah, you'd say that, but you can't. You actually cannot leave. You are forced to be here. What was I going to say? Okay, but let's say you don't die, and Harry actually, like, Dumbledore, like, is like, hey, you're going to go out there and you're going to say, oh no, it's a dragon, and you're just going to back away, and the trained wizards will come in and stop you. And when you get to the lake, you're just going to swim around and do nothing. And when you get to the edge, you're just going to throw sparks up and you'll be safe. If that happened, there's no Dumbledore's army. There's no, like, let's just say things still happen and Harry and Voldemort still comes back. Like, he's not a hero. He is nothing.
He never did anything hard. All they did was they bubble wrapped him, you know?
Yes. Like, no one's following him into battle. Nobody.
Yeah.
There's no, again, the Hogshead doesn't exist. Like, it erases everything he did in the first 3 years, and he's a pariah and probably drops out of school, and Voldemort kills him as he runs away from his problems. And the end of the book. So that's my new take.
Yeah, that's the age-old thing of, like, every time travel story is like this. Like, well, like, my point is, like, when you're in a theoretical world, not because this book is about the time travel,
Cedric
but
Diggory.
like, if you change one thing, who's to say it's not going to be worse, right? Like, there's a good the My Adventures of Superman, the Superman show, like an animated show that's out right now. And like in the last episode, they had their son from the future come to defeat Cyborg Superman because he kills Superman, right? And then they go back to the future and like they save Superman's life, and he's like, fine, the son goes back to the future, but the future he goes to is now Lex Luthor's running the world. And you know, I don't know. There's always something worse that might happen. So like it worked out the way it worked out.
You know where this does work is when Trunks goes back and gives Goku the healing that he needs so that he can defeat Cell.
Sensu bean? Is that what happens? It gives him a sensu bean?
No, we have sensu beans. He gets a disease that they don't have medicine for, and he's out for like months, but he gives him the medicine and he's fine. So that it's like
Trunks
20
with a sword and like slices Frieza in half.
Yes, he's freaking amazing. Love that. Love when Trunks shows up. Yeah, so anyways, time travel
What's
really
your favorite
successful
Trunks is when he got like way too swole. Like he was like way too swole.
They all get way too swole at some point. They're all too slow to fight.
No, but like Trunks was like thick swole. He looked like Leron Landry. Like he was like that Leron Landry picture.
Yes.
I'm
so glad you remember that picture
anymore. You're too big.
I'm so glad you remember that picture. I haven't seen the Dak Prescott pictures that PFT was making fun of today, but I hope he sucks at football. That's all I know. I'm sure he will. Well, William, again, I lied last time and said that was our last plot hole. I believe that is our last plot hole, and we will move on to random stories that I will find. And that's what we got. So hope you enjoyed this Half-Bloods. We stretched it out to 8 minutes. I was worried we were going to be done after 2 minutes because it was too easy, William. So we did great. Half-Bloods, we will see you next week when we do worst chapters draft. So get excited for that. Deuces.